Hey troops, Roxy here and welcome to Roxee Plays Games and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. Before I get into today's video, I want to do my usual thank you. So thank you for everyone who has liked my previous videos and thank you for everyone who has subscribed to the channel. As always, it is really appreciated. Yes, we're back in Kerbal Space Program, episode 4 I think we're on now. Last episode we got ourselves a probe into orbit around Kerbin, roughly equatorial orbit, and today we're going to be going the opposite direction. We're going to do a polar orbit. Why are we doing that? Well, if we go into our mission control, have a look at what we've got. So this is what I've done so far, not many, but I've got a few done here. But we're going to go for, I've picked up this mission here, Polar Satellite. And this is what we're going to aim to do. Now, I've been umming and ahhing about this. I've got a load of things going in my head. There's an experiment I can do called the Might Experiment. And the Might Experiment needs to be an inclination of, I think it's 70 to 120 degrees. This polar satellite mission needs to be an inclination of 85 to 95. So that's kind of smack bang in the middle of the Might Experiment, which is perfect. Now, here's another thing I've been umming and ahhing about. I've got these two ScanSat missions, and the ScanSat missions need to ideally be done on a polar orbit. And the reason being is because of the way the planet is rotating. If you go on a polar orbit, I'm moving my hands and my fingers like you can see what I'm doing. But essentially, that's equatorial left to right, polars up and down. Okay, you got the North Pole and the South Pole, obviously at the top and the bottom, and the equator or the equatorial orbit is directly in the middle, right? If you imagine dead center. In fact, rather than me trying to do that, let me bring up the tracking station and show you on here. You can see then what my brain is. So there's the North Pole, there's the South Pole, and then if you was to put them directly straight from left to right is the equator, and the planet rotates, and you can see this green line here. The planet rotates on an equatorial orbit. Okay, so that's the way the planet is rotating, and that's the way the moon rotates as well. The moon is on an equatorial orbit with us. Okay, so if I was to put the ScanSat probe, which is going to map the planet on an equatorial orbit, it's only ever going to do anything that's underneath this probe. So basically anything on the equator, which is no good because we want to map the whole planet. So what we have to do is we have to go on a polar orbit up and down. So as it's going, the planet's rotating this way, but it's the probe is going around like this. So over time, it will eventually capture every part of the planet. Hope that makes sense. So if we go back into mission control, and I'll explain what my brain is thinking here. So polar satellite, that's straightforward enough. We're going to do that. The Might Experiment needs to be on a polar orbit. Simple enough. So we can do those two at the same time. These need to be on a polar orbit. So we could potentially do these. But these are two separate experiments. These take an awfully long time. They're going to require an awful lot of amounts of battery, and they're going to require an awful amount of data, storage and transmission. And I'm thinking in my head, if I was to put all of these on the same probe, the Might Experiment and these two, it's not, the probe will just overload and end up bottlenecking somewhere along the lines, and one end up taking too much time, or potentially never get anything completed because it's constantly going on and off. So this is my plan in my head. I don't know if it's going to work, but hopefully it will. Is I'm going to put a probe into a polar orbit, doing the Might Experiment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to enable it so it can come back. So then I can complete reach orbit and return mission. And if I put it in the radiation belt, which I believe, I can't remember if it's 80 or 85 kilometers, it's somewhere there or thereabouts. But if I put it up into that altitude, I can get this one done as well. So I can do the Might Experiment, which is essentially all of the poles, all of the biomes in low space. Do the polar satellite mission, return orbit, or reach orbit and return mission, and cross the radiation. So I can get 3 missions done plus the experiments. That's still going to take a while. I'm not going to get it done instantly, but it can be done. So that's what I'm going to do. So that is my goal. What have I done? I have upgraded the administration building. So we've got 3 strategies now. We've got the Boldly Go and the Local Science, which I've just realised I can actually upgrade. So this one is 20% bonus. This one is 50% bonus to KSE and 25% bonus to Kerbin. Right, let's upgrade you. So now we've got Local Science 2. And I picked up Probe Frenzy. Probe Frenzy is going to give me 4% science from probe transmission, so I'm going to get that extra bonus. If I was to launch any crewed vessels, I'm going to be having an increase on the cost of 100%, but we're not doing that right now, so it's not a problem. Right, let's leave this facility. I want to upgrade this. I've got enough money in the bank here. I want to upgrade this. This is going to give me packed chronics visible in the map. Maneuver tool available, unowned object tracking. So let's upgrade you. So that's that done, and let's get into our VAB, and let's get making our satellite that's going to do this. And here it is, with the magic of me doing this prior to starting the recording. I've got this all ready to go. I just wanted to do this just to save a bit of time, but I will show you what we've got. Let me move you there, and let me delete the furring. So this is really straightforward. I've got 3 Probodobodyne hexes on. This one here is got 8 megabytes of storage. It's not doing any testing. This one here has got 8 megabytes of storage, not doing any testing. This one here, oh, wait there. Make sure I get the right ones here. Yeah, this one here has got 8 megabytes of storage, but we are going to put on here the Might Experiment. Here we go, Might Experiment. This is going to take 12 minutes 35 seconds per biome of low space, because it does every biome. High space it does high space, but low space it does all the biomes. So it'll take 12.5 minutes per biome. There's 11 biomes in low space above Kerbin, so that's that. Bodies allowed, it'll only do atmospheric, so we can't do the Mun with this. It can only be anything that's got an atmosphere, basically. It needs 0.085 electric charge per second. Data rate is 8.32 kilobytes per second. And I have got on here for our data transmission. I was thinking about this one here, but this one here has got a transmission speed of 2.2 kilobytes per second. That's going to cause a bottleneck because this is 3.26. So clearly this is going to fill up quicker than I'm transmitting. So I've actually gone for this here, which has got a maximum speed of 9.66 kilobytes per second, which means I can transmit quicker than I am storing. So this should never get full. So technically I don't actually need these 2 extra Probodobodynes, but I'm having them just in case. I've got redundancy storage space just in case. I don't want to have any issues. I've got 2 antennas on, only because I wanted to even out the balance so it doesn't affect the torque. So that's it. This is what's this is the probe, and what I've done is I've put on the fairing and this heat shield, so this can return. I've put on the basic fins upside down to hopefully help with orientation of this coming back down to Kerbin. And that's it. This is our probe that's going to go up. This is going to do our polar mission. It's going to do our reach, orbit and return mission, and it's going to do our cross the radiation belt mission. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to put them into a separate mission list. So the missions will still be here, but I'm just creating a separate list. So I'm going to add this to a mission list, create a new mission, and this is the Polar or what on earth happened then? Polar Orbiter Mark 1. Create mission. I'm then going to do this one in here as well. This is going to go in the Polar Orbiter Mark 1 mission, and this one is going to go into the Polar Orbiter Mark mission. So now if I go to mission lists, we've got all contracts, and I've got the Polar Orbiter Mark 1 mission, so I can click on this and it'll only show those ones. This contract plus window is brilliant. So there's my 3 missions. Let's turn on our Might experiment, because that can get going once it's ready. I've got an action group created for these. So number 1 is going to deploy our fairing. Number 2 is going to deploy the antenna. And I wonder actually, can I... Oh, start Might. Can we toggle Might? No, we can't. Alright, we can start Might. And then what I can then do is turn you off. So this won't start until the antennas are deployed. So when I hit number 2, it will start the Might experiment and deploy the antennas. Awesome. Right, so this is what's going to be hopefully coming back, but certainly it's going to do our Might experiment and our polar mission and the radiation belt mission. Underneath that, I have created this beast of a rocket, which is very, very basic. I've got 6 fuel tanks, a swivel engine, 2 thumpers. That's it. Oh, and a couple of fins on there. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Right, I need to build my fairing. Get that done. It's in a clamshell, 5 sides, so that's fine. My thrust, I want to turn the thrust down on the thumpers because they're quite high. 1.96, let's bring it down to about 1.4. 1.4, there we go. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our Polar Orbiter Mark 1. Let's save you. Let's check my staging. That always makes me nervous. So thumper's going to go, they're going to stage, then the swivel goes, then that's going to stage, and the what have we got on there? I can't remember. Pug's going to go, and then we're going to stage to bring this back. Right, let's launch. Get this mission done. Quick drink of my water. So my schedule for my upload my videos, it's a little bit messy, if I'm honest. I've got a lot of stuff going on in real life that is a little bit stressful, if I'm completely honest. I'm not going to obviously get into details, it's a little bit personal, but yeah, I've got a few things going on, a lot of worry going on, and if I'm completely honest, in the evenings I'm just not finding the time, and the I'm not even going to say motivation, because I've got the motivation. It's just come evening time, I'm so drained from everything that's going on during the day. I just want to relax. I want to have a little bit of fun. And my flight videos that I was doing with the Pilot Club, as much as I loved them, and the Pilot Club are a fantastic bunch of guys, it's just getting too serious for me right now. And putting the time and the effort in that's required to do what I wanted to do, I just can't. I'll be really honest with you, I just can't muster the energy to do it. So that's going to be put on a hold for the time being. It may come back in the future, hopefully it will. I'm not going to guarantee. I'm not leaving the Pilot Club by any means. I'm not saying anything bad about them. It's just me personally, I've just got too much going on to be able to put that time and effort in. So for now, during the day when I'm chilling out, I'm doing some recordings of New World. I'll put a card up in at the end of the video if I remember to do it, and obviously Kerbal Space Program. This is stuff that I can just play here and there whenever I want, day or night, whereas the flights in with the pilot club, I had to do it at specific times, and it just wasn't working. I've missed the last couple of world tour flights. I've missed the around the world tour flight that happened on the weekend. I'm just missing too much, and it's a bit stressful. Excuse me. But yeah, that's enough enough of my moany. So KSP and New World videos will be coming because I have a little bit of time during the day where I can record videos, and I've got a bunch of these videos already pre-recorded, good to go. So right, we're going in the polar orbit. SAS on, thrust up. Polar orbit, we need to head north or south because that's where the poles are. The equator's obviously east and west, so we're going to head north. So let's double check the staging. It's all fine. Launch. And then when we get to about 50-60 meters per second, we're just going to start pushing the nose northwards. Is it north? No, south, isn't it? That's south, isn't it? Yeah, that's north. The big N there is the clue. We're heading in that direction. It's north as we're looking at it, but it's actually south in reality. Because that's east. So that's got to be south. Because that's north, east, south, west. Right, so I'm looking at a few things here. Inclination, we need to be between 85 and 95 degrees. And apoapsis, anything over 70, but I think the radiation belt is about 80 to 85. So that's what we're going to aim for. Let's make a big explosion with them. Okay, everything's looking so good so far. Right, we've only got 4 ignitions left on this. I forgot to upgrade the engine, so I'm gonna have to just do throttling rather than what's the word I'm looking for? Throttling rather than turning it on and off. So I'm going to bring the throttle right back because I've just noticed my times of axis is going up really fast, which is not what I want. I want to bring that right down. So our apoapsis height is getting up there. We'll get it to 85-ish. Oh, look at the moon. There's the sun. So because we've gone in a polar orbit and we launched when the sun was not long just risen, we should have the sun with us for most of the journey, which will be good. Right, I can probably stage this fairing now. So I'm going to press number 1. So that's all gone, and then we will put our might experiment and antennas out when we are above 70,000 meters, which is now. So let's press number 2. So they will go out and everything is running. Perfect. Right, let's get you over here. I'm going to put the throttle up a touch. Get that speed sorted out there. Right, now we're just looking at getting ourselves into an orbit. Go to Polar Orbiter 1 missions. Our inclination is between 85 and 95, so that's all good. Let's go prograde. That is coming down a touch, but that's fine. Now all I want to do is just circularize. That's pretty much all I'm doing now. Altitude I'm not worried about. I just want to get the obviously get the periapsis height up. But apoapsis height I'm not really too fussed about. I'm not bothered about getting to a perfect orbit. The MITE experiment just works in low space, so providing we're between 70 and 250 kilometers, then that is all fine. Right, we're nearly there. Nearly there. I'm going to get ready to cut the engines. Oh, we've run out of fuel. Perfect. Right, well that's actually not so bad because I can decouple of this and this will end up going back down to the planet. So let's decouple and then let's get this apoapsis height above 70. There it is. Super duper. Right, so we have got our polar satellite mission done. We need to cross the radiation belt, which clearly I haven't done, which I thought I would have done, unless it's in a specific area. I don't know. Oh no! No, no, no. We have made a drastic boo-boo, haven't we? And if you know, you know. For those of you that are shouting at me, what have I done? Put in the comments below. What haven't I done? I'm going to give you a minute to put it down. Quickly, write it down now. If you know, you know. Right, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Pens and papers down. There's the sun. The sun's great for charging the batteries up. Oh, we've crossed our radiation belt line. Cool, fantastic. The sun's great for charging the batteries up. What do we need to charge the batteries up? We need solar panels. What don't we have? We don't have solar panels. What a nugget. I've got 21 minutes of electric charge left. Referee. We have made a boo-boo, haven't we? Although the batteries aren't going down that quick. It's going down, but it's not going down super quick. So it's all in the negative, none of it's in the positive. Right, so we've got about 21 minutes of battery life left. I might as well continue this and then deorbit this and bring it back down to Kerbin. I might as well do that, mightn't I? Now, the question is, can I control this if this has got no battery life left? Ooh. Ooh, I don't know. Right, let's put this on retrograde. I don't know if I can control this if I've got no battery life left. Really don't know. So, in that case, I'm going to fast forward time a touch. Get this down to about 4 minutes. Oh, I can't believe I've done that. I could have just left this up in space for ages, collecting MITE experiments. I'm going to have to stick another one up to do all of that. So I can pretty much do the same thing. I just need to get some satellites on it, some solar panels on this. Oh, what a nugget. I'm sure some of you was at the very start going, where's your solar panels? If you did, well done. If you didn't, you're as bad as me. Seven, 6, 5. Right, let's bring the speed back down. Let's have a look at. Right, we can close that down for now. Let me just have a quick look. Filtered. Kerbin. Right, we've done a little bit, not a great amount. but we're going to have to definitely stick another one up. Right, what's our battery life looking like? 4 minutes. Right, let's deorbit this. I'll do. Let's put our antennas away. Actually, I can leave that out for now. We'll leave it out for now because we can transmit data back. And then when we get below space, it will stop anyway. Oh, no electric charge left. Right, I didn't think about that. Can I still decouple? Oh, I can't do anything. Oh, I've boo-booed. Ladies and gentlemen, I have boo-booed. I cannot do anything. I can't control it. I've got no battery power left. I can't decouple. I can't do nothing. I won't even be able to activate my parachute, I don't think. Oh no. What have I done? This could be a complete, well, it's not a complete failure. I would have gathered some science. I've done the polar mission. I've done the radiation belt mission. I don't think this is going to happen. Return home safely, because I'm not going to be able to open my parachute, am I? Let's fast forward time and see what happens. Oh well, can't be perfect every time. I could obviously stop the recording and start again, but then what would be the point of that? Need to learn by well, not always learn by mistakes, but if you make a mistake, then as long as you learn from it, it's all fine. But I have no control over this whatsoever. Absolute zero control. I can't even turn stuff off. Can't retract these because it's not giving me the option. Can't deploy or arm my parachute because it's not giving me the option, because I have no connection, no probe control. So it's literally just going to come down and crash. That's all it's going to do. Right, well, we'll let that do what it's doing. I literally can't do nothing with this. I'm not going to be able to collect anything from it. So let's go to the Space Center. The game cannot be saved at this point. Leaving now will set you back to last saved state. Oh, no. That's going to go back to before. I was hoping I could have just gone back and start building my next one while this is crashing down to the planet. This is going to take a little while. Let me press the pause button, save you a bit of time. Oh, right there. We got Bernie stuff going on. Let's watch what happens here. Assuming that I don't have the heat shield on. I've got all of this fuel in here as well. Look at all this fuel. I've got, oh my god, I've got too much fuel. Way too much fuel. So, because I'm going to be doing this one again, I think I'm actually going to empty the fuel right down. I'm going to do this one again, exactly the same again. There goes the antenna. Or antennae. I'm going to do exactly the same again, because I need to get the rest of the mite experiments done. Excuse me. Yeah, still got a fair amount to collect. So this will be straightforward enough. We can just launch it. We just need to make sure we put some what's it call it on. Solar panels. Wow, words failed me then. Sorry. Surprised this hasn't blown up yet. It will when it hits the planet or the surface. It's coming down very, very fast. Where are we? We are at South Pole. Oh, I missed a crash. Vessel destroyed. Right, okay. Sorry. Space Center. So nothing recovered from that. Not a major loss. It's not great, but it's all a part of science, I guess. All part of science. Right, we've got 77 science. Is there anything I can pick up that will be helpful? Nothing in there. Advanced rocketry I'm actually going to grab. And that's all I can get. Cool beans. Missions. So we did complete cross the radiation belt and the polar satellite. Is there anything else I can grab now? Let's have a look. Career evolution, satellites, geostationary, not going to look at that. Moon and Minmus, not looking at. Crude, I'm not looking at. Comnet relays, Minmus Mun, not looking at. Exploration, Mun, not looking at. Kerbal kind achievements, first Kerbals in space, Mun and Minmus, not looking at. Manned orbit, not looking at. Part testing, I'm not going to be doing. I may do these like off camera, just to kind of get cash and science in if and when I need it. Satellites. I've got them 2 already. Minmus, Mun, not doing. ScanSat. Green ones is the ones that I've got. Minmus, Mun, not doing. And tourism, I'm not doing yet. Because that will require me taking Kerbals. Right, so I've got all the missions I can pick up. Right, let's get this polar probe up, and then once that's going, we're going to come back down and we are going to get some ScanSat on the go. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I should have been down. This me now I should be doing the what's the word I'm looking for? ScanSat stuff. So let me delete furring. Do I want to bring this back? Yeah, we'll bring it back just in case, for whatever reason. I just need to get some satellites on. I keep saying satellites. Some solar panels. So we want electric, batteries and solar. I can't believe I didn't put any batteries or solar panels on. What an absolute nugget! Right, I'm going to put 4 batteries on. I don't want to do that yet. I want solar panels 8 times. Start from here. So we'll put 1 set there. 1 set there. And just bear with me. These are going to be clipping. I'm going to put these on 6 times. Just so that they're on the same thing as that. And I'm going to rotate you around on 1 button. That one there. So I'm going to put one set there. One set there. I just want to make sure I've got plenty of battery power. You are going to be removed and taken away. You are getting removed and taken away. You are being removed, taken away. You are being removed. I know I could just leave them here, but they look a bit daft. Well, the whole thing looks a bit daft, to be fair, but I want to be semi-realistic. You're not going to have a solar panel with a winglet right in the middle of it, are you? Or the end of a antenna. Right, that is a little bit better. I need to get rid of this top one here. Right. Okay, I can cope with that. That's not so bad. We've got plenty of battery and battery power to keep this going. So this is the Mark 1A. Let's save you and then let's launch. And then we'll get our ScanSats up and running. They're going to be at an altitude of about 70 kilometers if I can. Right, SAS on, throttle up. Actually, we don't need to put the throttle all the way. Oh, why have I got hiccups? Why is it every time I record a video I get hiccups? Very strange. Oh, I didn't put my fairing up. Oh, it's just one disaster to another. Oh dear Lord. Right, let's just pray that this is going to be okay. Ah. Right, you are bending over, which is good. Oh. It's a disaster. It's a disaster. We've lost it. Can I recover? Can I recover? Oh dear. This has gone drastically wrong. I'm never going to recover this, am I? Am I? I think the answer is going to be no. So, this is a loss. Let's revert flight to launch. Just to save time, I'm not going to wait for it to crash all the way down and launch another one. Oops! Very big oops there. Oh, that's actually what I wanted to do. Revert to vehicle assembly bay and put the fairing up. Right, a couple of errors today, isn't there? Couple of errors. Build fairing. But I'm not going to cut them out of the video because it's all entertainment at the end of the day. Right, save, launch. Right, try this one again, shall we? Start turning. Not so drastically this time. Let's go prograde. Right, this is a bit better. Yes, this is much better. It's actually looking a little bit better than the last launch as well. Get ready for staging. Apoapsis is coming up. Well, apoapsis time's going up, I should say. Get you there. Put you on that. Get this up to about 90 again. Let's flick over to orbit. Cool, that's all looking good. Right, just need to get this height up. So far, so good. I think. I hope. Just trying to nudge that over a little bit. So we just need to be between 85 and 95. Matter of fact, we don't. We don't even need to be. We just need to be somewhere between 70 and 120 for the might experiment. So just watching my apoapsis height and time. It's kind of leveled off. That probably will start going up. There we go. Yeah, it started going up now. So as we are increasing our altitude, there's less atmosphere, so it has less resistance essentially. See how it's starting to speed up even more now. So I'm just going to bring my throttle down. So even though it's coming down now, eventually that'll start going back up again. 9. There we go. So it's already started to go back up. So we can be anything over 70 kilometers for this particular vessel. I'm going to speed right down. Again, I forgot to upgrade this. I must remember the next, for our ScanSat ones, I need to upgrade these. Although, do I really need to? I've got so much fuel. I actually forgot to take fuel out as well, didn't I? So many errors. So many errors. And by far not perfect at this at all. Let's stage our fairing, because we can. So I'm literally just playing with the throttle and just trying to keep this time to apoapsis not too high. Go right. So apoapsis is in space. We just need to get our periapsis into space, and obviously our altitude here will be in space at the same time. Then we'll get our dishes out. The sun there for a little while. Right, let's get these out. Everything's all running. Just need to get our there we go. That will do fine. I know my apoapsis is horrendous, but I literally just need to be in an orbit, which I am. So our might experiment can run. Right. I'm happy with that. Actually, you know what I am going to do is I'm going to go retrograde. I'm going to get rid of this. So I'm going to just do a little burn and get rid of this into the lower atmosphere. So let's just do this for a little while. Turn you off. Stage, then go pro grade. And get this back up again. Oops. Didn't want to do that, did I? Should have staged sideways. Right. Periapsis is in space. We're good. That is all running. That's all running. Battery is perpetual because we've got solar, which is fantastic. Right. Let's go back to the space center. And we're going to get our first ScanSat up. Right, we've got 33 science, so nothing significant there. Right, so this is going to be fairly straightforward. If I just zoom myself in here. If I delete the fairing for now, we're going to take these fins off because I'm not fussed about bringing this back. I'm going to take you off. We're going to turn off Might Experiment. So it's doing nothing. What actually can we do? Oh, we can do a site. So this is low space and then all biomes. So we'll do a site experiment, get our low space one done. Bodies not allowed, suns. Okay, now this is cool. It's going to take an hour. Yeah, we can do that. 12 megabytes. Yeah, we'll be fine with that. We'll be fine. Oh, phone's ringing. Right. Sorry, my other half just rang me saying that she's gone shopping. Right, what was I doing? That's distracted me. Right, site experiment, 12 megabytes. It's going to take an hour, but I've got a 1624 megabytes of storage, so that isn't an issue. So I can do the site experiment, and it's 3.4 kilobytes per second data transfer. Now the ScanSat, we've got two ScanSats. We've got the multispectral scanner, and unfortunately the ScanSat stuff doesn't tell you what data transfer it is, which is really frustrating. I could probably find that information out somewhere. The multispectral scanner requires daylight. The radar altimeter doesn't require daylight. So we are going to put that on. Radar altimeter is going on. That's a little bit clippy. I don't like that. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to stick a battery on here and then stick this on top of the battery. I don't need the battery, but because this is going to potentially be in the dark, I want to make sure that it isn't going to die on me. Torque, it's not perfect. Let's see if I can get it perfect. No. Nope. What about this way? There we go. So I've got the torque, so it's all zeroed out. That means that it's perfectly centralized. I've got a little bit of space there. I could, if I copy you, rotate you the wrong way, put you on clipping and put you on two-way symmetry. Put one there, so that's gone around that side. And let's copy you, put you there. Right, that should be way more battery and recharging than I actually need. But you know something? I like being excessive when it comes to stuff like that. Right, so this is going to do a site experiment. I'm going to put you onto an action group. So let's click on you. Custom 2, so toggle the antenna and start the site experiment. Perfect. And this, I don't know what the data is on this. We will find out, I guess. I should hopefully, with these antennas, have enough. Right, let's build our bearing to encompass all of this. 5-way, yeah, that's all fine. Now this is going to be our radar altimeter orbiter, ScanSat, and it's going to be the Mark 1, and then the next one is going to be the Mark 2, which will have the other bit on. Right, so I think that's good to go. Let's save you, and that should be fine. I don't see me having to do any changes to this at all. We're in low space, so I should have plenty. Oh, I've got plenty. I could probably get into high space with this, to be honest, with the pug engine. Righty, so we can click on this and we can go to vessel and have a little look, see what he's up to. So he's still going. Excellent. Got a little bit more science there. This this bit here, these here, is all to do with Kerbalism, and that's what I like about this. So you don't have to go into the tracking station and click on all the vessels that way. You can come up here, you click on this, it will show you what you've got out in space or on the planets. We want this radar altimeter, so if I click on this little icon here, or click on this first, and then click on this icon here next to it, it says go to vessel. So we can then either go, we can target, or we can just stay where we are. We're going to go. And then let's get this ScanSat up and we can have a look at what that does. I didn't actually put the ScanSat on a action group, did I? That's fine. We can just activate that manually in here. Yeah, right, let's go SAS. We're going into a polar orbit again. Let's launch. I'm just thinking, actually, I should have maybe waited for the sun. Hopefully we're okay. Hopefully we're okay. Hopefully we are okay. Let's start getting over. So again, we're going to aim for an inclination of 90 degrees. We're going to aim for an apoapsis and periapsis height this time of 70 kilometers-ish. It probably won't be that, but that's what I'm aiming for. I've just gone through some clouds then, that's kind of cool. That's the Eve mod. Right, I want to get this to even off a little bit. Do. Right, so far so good. And again, I didn't upgrade this, and I didn't take the fuel out. I don't actually. Maybe having this is just because I need to do some fine tuning. But I didn't need as much fueling as I've got. I suppose I can just, I don't know. If I need to move it somewhere, at least I can. Right, let's get you twisted around. Let's get you over. Get you on the, excuse me, get you on the horizon. I'm just looking at the periapsis time here. It's coming down. That's fine at the moment. Put a little bit of throttle on. And go back onto prograde. That's evened it off. As soon as we get to 70 kilometers, I'm going to cut the engine. And then we will circularize from there. I am going to let this go up to about a minute. Right, cut engines. Oh, I didn't actually want to cut the engine there, did I? I was just looking at the time. I want to cut it at 70. What have I got on ignitions? 3 left. Almost run out of fuel anyway, so that's fine. View down. Let's stage our bearing. Right, I'm going to cut my engine. I'm actually going to stage now that we are. This is going to end up coming back down. And then we will continue our burn with the pug engine. Get ourselves into a nice 70 kilometer equatorial polar orbit. I'm going to try my best to anyway. Once we are above 70 kilometers, we will turn everything on. It'll be quite a nice nice orbit I'm getting myself into here, hopefully. I'm literally just looking at the time, I'm looking at the periapsis height, apoapsis height. Where's it flicked over now? How many ignitions have we got on this? 19. Plenty. So I'm not rushing this. There's absolutely no rush to do this. Just taking my time. Once this hits 70 kilometers, like now, I'm going to cut the engines, and then when we get a little bit closer, we will do another little burn, get our periapsis height up, and we're almost in space. Let's fast forward time a little bit here. In fact, I can actually get this on now, can't I? Thinking about it. I can get this on now. Let's get them out. Start radar, because this works below 70 kilometers. Sight won't work until we're in space, so that's all fine. So the sight will kick in once we hit 70 kilometers here. Bit of a burn. I noticed my apoapsis height was gonna hit 69,000. Because obviously, because we're still in the atmosphere, it's causing us to decrease our altitude. And the sight has now started. That's all good. Do a little bit of a burn here. Fast forward time again. A bit of a burn. Fast forward time. I want to try and keep these as close as I possibly can. There we go. Awesome. 70 kilometers, 70 kilometers. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the best orbit I have done. Right, I'm going to twist this a little bit so we've got a bit more sun going on here. But I do think we are going to end up in the dark at some point. But that's fine. That is totally fine. So in an hour, I want to turn the sight off. So I'm actually going to set an alarm. Where's my Kerbal alarm? Here it is, Kerbal alarm. I want a new alarm. It's for the radar altimeter. So message if vessel is not active. Put sight in there. Right, time in... How long have we got here? 57 minutes. 57 minutes. Add alarm. Why is that saying 5 days, 3 hours? Oh, that's the current time. There we go. So in 56 minutes, 50 seconds, an alarm's going to go off. It's going to let me know, and then I can switch back to this and turn the sight off so it's not wasting batteries. Even though it would have finished, if it's activated, it will be using up battery power. And we are now in the dark. We've got 16 minutes of battery power left. I might have messed up here a little bit on my timing. I'm actually going to turn this off. 19 minutes. 19 minutes going to be enough to get round until we see the sun again? Let's fast forward to... Oh, I've messed this up, haven't I? I've messed this up. I actually have messed this up. Just because of the sun. I'm going to be in the dark now for such a long time. This is going to... The batteries are going to die on me. Till I get all the way round again. Okay, well, let's go back to the Space Center. There's nothing I can do about that. If I need to get rid of it, I'll get rid of it. It's all a learning experience, this game, for sure. Very much a learning experience and trying to remember the different things you need to do. Right, we don't have any, or don't have enough science to do anything, so we're going to go straight into the VAB. And we're going to change. We're not going to keep the sight on. We don't need to have the sight on. That one, other one's doing the sight, and it's only going to take an hour. So let's load you. Let's zoom in here. There must be a hotkey to do that better. Right, so I'm going to... Oh, it's already stopped. What I need to do is go into Actions, go into Custom 2 and get rid of that. So it's just the antenna that will come out. We're going to take you off. We're going to put the other science, the multispectral scanner, on. And just because I don't like how that's sitting, I'm going to rotate it. And then I'm going to move it. Right, torque is a little bit off. There it is. That's spot on in the center. It doesn't look like it is, but the way the weight is, you can see the torque is now all zeroed. I'm going to go to action keys, put this in number 2, start multi. Oh, we can actually toggle it. Let's toggle, so then we can toggle it on and off with the antenna. Right, so this is the multispectral scan. Multispectral scan orbiter Mark 1. Let's save you. And I think we didn't have any issues with the other one, just other than the launch time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make sure that we launch at a sunrise, and then we'll have more sun with us. In a nutshell. But before we do, the ScanSat on the first one, the altimeter one, if we bring this up now, this is what it's doing. So there's the satellite there. Oh no, that's showing the one I'm currently on. Right, so the other one has done this. It must be here at the moment, going that direction, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's gradually going up. So this is basically mapping a low-res imagery of the planet. Okay, this is the satellite for this one, and this one is going to be doing a biome. So at the moment there is nothing that to be seen. Let's go SCS. Oh, right there. We're going at sunrise. It's clearly not sunrise, so let me fast forward time to sunrise. That's sun. Where's the sun? Right, let's jump to the ship because the site hopefully will be done. If it didn't run out of battery. Delete on close, close alarm. It's got 35 seconds left. Let's just fast forward time a touch. 3, 2, 1, done. Right, the site experiment has finished, so we're going to stop you. Thankfully, we're in the sun again. I am going to rotate you slightly. So a little bit better sun exposure on most of the things. Then we can click on here. We're going to go to the multispectral vessel. Let's go. And I'm confused with the sun. Why am I not seeing the sun rising up over the horizon? Where is the sun? There it is. Right, it's clearly not sunrise. Let me get rid of the Kerbal alarm. Not that one. Kerbal alarm, Kerbal alarm. I've gone past it twice. Thank you. Right, I want to fast forward. Let the sun go down. Wait for the sun to come back up again. Ah, that's why it stopped. It stopped because of the Kerbal alarm. Right, we'll do this. Whoa, whoa! I went past. I want the sun here. Let's try that again. There, that's better. That's better. Right, let's go back onto this because this should have done a bit more mapping. We go to altimeter. Oh, look at this now! Wow, looks messy, but it's going. It's getting stuff done. It's not quite at 75%, I don't think. 7 of 75. 53. I was going to say 7. That's more than 7. 53% done. Awesome. Right, let's get this one up now. Throttle up. Launch. Same again, we're going to go on a polar orbit, so we're going to head south. Got prograde. And then let's get this beast up and we'll see what this looks like. How are we getting on with our might experiment? That's not what I wanted. I want this one here. Might. Kerbin. Oh, we're almost done. We've only got this little bit left over Badlands. Right, let's do that. We'll get this to 90 degrees and then we're going to hit orbit. 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Bring you over. Job's done. Oh, what's gone on there? Let me just switch you back around. That's gone a bit funky. Get you around. throttle all the way down. So again, we want to be at 70 kilometers and we're way over that. Way over, so I'm going to turn the engines off. And I've just had a message from my missus asking me to, I can go and meet her. So, awkward time. Awkward time. This shouldn't take too long, so let me speed up time a touch, get this just below a minute. Gone way past my Apple axis height that I wanted to be on. I'm going to stage deferring. We're in space, so let's get our antennas out, and we should be... Oh, I didn't take the sight off. Oh, it doesn't matter, it's not doing anything anyway, so that's fine. But ScanSat is working. Let's speed up time a touch. And let's go prograde. Move over that way a little bit, and then let's do a bit of a burn. Bring this Apple axis height down. Cool, right. I'm happy with the periapsis. I just need to get round to the periapsis and bring the apoapsis down. So if we go to map view, so much going on here with all of our different things. I'm on a bit of a different orbit here, but it's not too shabby. You can see the lines here. So this is what the ScanSat is covering. So I can actually see the distance or the width that it's covering. I want to get round to periapsis, warp to here, and then once we get there, we're going to bring our apoapsis down. And I've just realised as well, I've still got this booster stage on as well. Let's get round. I'm going to bring the periapsis height down so I can get rid of cool. Right, let's turn sideways a bit. Like that. Go prograde and get my my periapsis back up again. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Another 70 by 70. And this time we've got some sun with us. Right. Well, I'm going to call it an end of an episode because I need to go and meet my missus, help her with some shopping. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you have. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. In the next episode, we're going to have a look at what information we've gathered from this. And we'll have a look if we've gathered some more information from the other ScanSat probe. So thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.